Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be editing some photos inside Adobe Lightroom. So what you're going to want to do is first off import your item or the photo that you're going to be wanting to do inside the program. As you can see, I've already loaded in a few images and I'm going to click this one here. We then want to come across to develop, and this is where you're going to have access to actually changing out all the attributes inside of it. Now, what I like to do is tend to start from the top and just work down. It can be entirely up to you, but that's what we're going to be doing today. So we start off at the top, and this is your white balance. Now, a lot of the time it tends to be pretty good in camera, but you can change it up. For example, if you're shooting like a landscape or something and you wanted to warm up the photo a bit, you can do that right here, but we're going to leave it pretty much as is. Your next one's going to be the exposure of the photo, and as you can see, I shot it a bit overexposed, so I'm just going to drag it down the tiniest bit. Now, what you can do in any of these, if you do want to reset, is just double click on the actual icon and it will bring it back to exactly where it was, but we're going to leave it about here for now. Going to increase the contrast a tiny bit and bring down the highlights. Now, your highlights tend to be the really bright bits in the scene, as it suggests. And similar with the shadows, you can bring the shadows up or darken them. And for this image, I'm going to come pretty much right down, which kind of creates this vignette with the window, which seems pretty cool. Now, at any of these times, if you did want to look back at your previous reference image, you can just click this button down here and you can see the before and after. And we've already got pretty much a huge difference. Like, this is a pretty standard grade, I would say, if you're doing any corporate work or anything like that. But we're going to get a bit more creative in this and make it looking a bit cooler. So what we're actually going to do now is come down, do a tiny bit of finesse curve just to make the blacks a bit more black and the highlights a bit brighter. And we're going to come down into the calibration tab, in particularly the blue one, and just sort of pull it back more towards the tealy, and you can see the blues are all of a sudden getting more of that coloring in, which if I reset it, it looks a bit green from this one. So we're going back on that. I'm going to bring this down a tiny bit, maybe reset that one, and then we're going to go into HSL and pull this right over to this more like tealy type of effect. Now, you'll probably see this done a lot in people like Brandon Wolfel images, which he plays a lot around this. And now if we just pull this back a tiny bit, you can see we're already getting a pretty cool look in the image. Don't want it too much. And I'm pretty happy with that. Now, other than that, all I would probably do is come over here and come into the effects and just bring this in slightly. This is a vignette and you can adjust your midpoint or how you want it. So we don't want to do it too over the top, but just enough that it's going to bring more attention onto the main subject. And other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, you could align this image and make it more straight if you wanted to, which to do that, all we're gonna do is come over to the crop. You can sort of grab on a corner and you could straighten it. But I kind of shot it purposefully like that, and I kind of like it on a bit of an angle. And so other than that, we're pretty much good. If we want to again look at where we've come from to this, you can see there's a huge difference now between the two. If we were to click on that again, you'll actually get this before and after split through the middle of the image. Click on it again. Once again, you'll have it just layered at top and bottom. And it just gives you a cool idea to look between the two. Great, so now that we've finished all this, we're just gonna go and export the image. I'm just gonna put it straight on my desktop, but to do this, we're gonna go File, down to Export, and we are going to go Choose, Desktop, Select Folder, and just make sure that the quality set at 100 so we're not compressing it at all. And then just gonna click on Export. And you'll see it going through up here, applying all the settings, and then it's all done. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this useful, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to see more stuff like this, jump on my Instagram, Caleb_Woodward. We'll see you next time. Bye.